Good morning, Richard Berry from the Good Broker Guide here. Today we're going to have a look at Spreadex's trading platform. We'll highlight some of the key features. We'll just run through some of the technical analysis options. You can trade from the charts, which is quite a nice feature. We'll run through that. They've got a new product called Stop Options, which are basically limited risk options. We'll have a quick look at their AIM stocks offering, which is one of the things that sets them apart from other brokers. You can trade AIM stocks as a spread bet. And they've got a few other things like price alerts and analysis that we'll quickly run through. If you're not familiar with Spreadex, they're one of the pioneers of the spread betting industry. We're there at the beginning with IG and so on. Based just outside of London, in St Albans. Nice people. Had lunch with them a while ago. Went to their offices. I've had an account with them for 10-15 years or so, so know them well. If you are not familiar with the Good Broker Guide and what we do, I'll just quickly show you. This is us, so we basically rank, review and talk about brokers in a sort of fairly relaxed way. We only work with decent brokers. There's a lot of coverage, industry gossip and so on. We interview the CEOs of the big brokers. Here we have Jonathan Hufford of Spreadex, who we spoke to way back in December last year. Just on how he's positioning Spreadex and so on. It's well worth a read if you want to find out more about Spreadex from the man at the top. We've also got a review page specific to Spreadex, so we highlight obviously the key pricing points. How you can deposit funds. We compare them to all the other brokers out there. We've got their Trustpilot feed as well. And also, our opinion on them and so on. A little bit of a look at their platform, and we sort of cover industry news on the brokers as well. So it's well worth a read. If you are a Spreadex customer or you go on to use them, please do come back to the site and leave them a review. Helps other traders decide whether or not they should trade with them, and of course it's great for us. Nice bit of feedback. Okay, so we'll just kick off this review. We'll look at the most popular traded markets, which obviously you've got the indices, UK, Europe and America, as well as some cryptocurrencies, some foreign exchange, some commodities, gold, and some of the key stocks. One of the things I mentioned early on was that they have a nice technical analysis package. Some brokers have a really bland offering. Some brokers have, a massive tier offering. I think these guys sort of sit towards the top level of charting packages. It's very visual. If you want to say pretend you're looking at Bloomberg, you can change the display options, so you can look at dark, pretend you're looking at a Bloomberg terminal. But I quite like the standard white. Here we're looking at the FTSE. You can add various overlays like candle patterns, so it sort of automatically highlights patterns, and then you've got other things like pro trend lines where it automatically adds in channels and so on, which just provide a sort of very visual overview of where the market's going. Of course, you can change the chart types and so on. Have your chart based on the bid, offer, or mid price, and as well you've got economic figures highlighted on the charts as well, which are quite good if there's a big spike in the price. If you're looking for analysis on the FTSE, for example, you want a bit of insight into where you think it's going, we've got a little plug for one of our insights. We've got a website called Chartster, Charts Technical Analysis. If you go on there, click the FTSE. We've got about 30 MSTA and CFT analysts writing daily. So Jackson Wong, PhD, who I've worked with for many years. We're taking a look at the FTSE here. If we just go back to Spreadex for the purposes of this review, we'll put a trade on. It's not looking too healthy, so we'll just do £1 a point. We'll put a stop 25 points away. So that just limits our risk. So you can see we've got a margin of £351, and there we go. We're in. And what is actually quite interesting about Spreadex as well is that you can trade by the chart. So that's where we sold there, and here this dotted line is our stop. But if you click on that, is it going to work? If you click on that, you can move your stop. along with where you think the market is. So, for example, if you think there's a nice bit of resistance there, you can just move your stop on the charts, which is a nice feature for helping limit risk. On the limited risk front, they have a new product called Stop Options, which are basically limited risk options. So here, for example, if we look at the FTSE, where's the FTSE trading? So it's trading at 70.37, 70.38. If you want to put a little bet on, but you want to make sure your risk is limited, this is a stop option, which will basically be closed out if the FTSE trades at 69.60. So it's about sort of 78 points away. So if we want to sort of hedge and go market neutral, we can buy this. So we're now long the market on a FTSE stop, but short on the underlying. If the FTSE drops to 69.60, it'll be stopped out, and we've lost our stake, which is what did we pay? 75, 775 for it. So if we that's what we lose, but it's a 2-year expiry. So if the market goes up, we will continue to make money. So unlimited upside, downside limited. So well worth a look at that. Another thing that Spreadex are quite good at is AIM stocks. Most brokers will give you access to the major commodities, foreign exchange, indices, and so on. But one of the things that sets Spreadex apart is the AIM stocks they offer. This is one I like, for example, but only because I want to win a car from them. If you ever use Best of the Best or BOTB, the guys that run the supercar competitions at the airport, they're doing rather well. It's a 25 million market cap, traded on AIM, fairly widespread. Here are their prices: 229 to 256. If you look at the underlying on the LSE, it's 230 to 256. So really, their spreads are fairly in line with the underlying market. Obviously, you can trade it online, but if you've got an order of size, it's probably worth giving them a call, and they'll jump on the RSP and try and get you inside the price. So if you are trading AIM markets and you want to do it on a spread bet, it's well worth having a look at. Another thing I touched on briefly before was the price alerts they offer. It's really does what it says on the tin. You get a nice email from them telling you that your price has been hit, and you can go on to trade. It means you don't have to be glued to your iPhone all day long. One other thing that I didn't touch on: analysis. They have a fair amount of analysis. So they do obviously the major FX pairs and what's going on in the market in general. They also have a financials blog. So they have a sort of stock of the day Centrica, which is quite interesting. They're an execution-only broker, so they're not allowed to tell you what to buy or sell, and you should never really deal with a broker that does that unless they're regulated to do. But what this is quite good at is highlighting trading opportunities. Centrica in particular is quite interesting. If we have a look at Centrica, on the Spreadex platform, and have a look at the chart, regardless of what the analysis says, because what makes a market is 25 different opinions. You'll be able to see that they're not doing overly well. If you want to put a bit of TA on there, let's do a sort of pro trend lines, not looking overly healthy. You can make your own mind up as to whether or not you want to buy or sell that. But it's just a good bit of stimulus if you're looking for trading ideas. That pretty much sums it up for Spreadex. One of the other things I didn't touch on is they also offer sports spread betting, fixed odds, and they've got a casino as well. So I go to Sandown quite a lot, and they've still got a chap there wearing a fedora. So they're nice old school. They're nice old school bookie and broker, so they can handle your trading during the week and your gambling during the weekend, which is quite good fun. Again, if you go on to use Spreadex, do come back to the Good Broker Guide, leave a review. Just come to the review page, and there'll be a little button. No one's written a review yet, but never mind. Just come on there, give us your name, your email, what you think of the trading platform, the customer service, spreads and pricing, and so on. Just give them a rating out of 5 stars. It just helps other people make a decision about who to trade with, and also you'll go into our draw to win £1,000 worth of Amazon vouchers. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching. Let's just close these trades out before we lose all of our money. How are we doing? We're okay. All right, thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye bye.